104.1, St. Louis' source for hip-hop and R&B and home of the New Morning Hustle. And it's Monday, and I have Dr. Echols, the Director of Health of the St. Louis City Health Department on the line. How you doing, Dr. Echols?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, and I have to know, what is COVID-19? Because so many people are misinformed with what COVID-19 really is.
That's a great question, which has come up over time and time again during our infection control trainings in the city. So people need to know that COVID-19 is a disease or condition that's caused by an illness that's spread by respiratory transmission. So COVID-19 itself is caused by SARS-CoV-2, which is the name of the virus that causes the illness, and it's spread by respiratory transmission, meaning that when someone is talking, singing, screaming, they spread respiratory droplets. And these respiratory droplets can land anywhere, on commonly touched surfaces. They can land on other individuals. They can be inhaled by individuals. And so when they're inhaled by individuals, they can become infected. And then that'll lead their body to develop an immune response, which will lead to, in some cases, people developing symptoms such as cough, diarrhea, fever, etc. And then when they become infectious, they can spread it to others. And so that's why, because of the way it's spread, which is, again, by respiratory transmission, we recommend, actually right now it's mandatory for individuals in the city and the county to wear face coverings or face masks when they're out in public spaces. And again, the goal is to prevent individuals from becoming exposed, which will reduce the number of COVID-19 cases in our jurisdiction.
Okay, so Dr. Echols, you spoke about face covering and face masks. Let's say that I have a mask and it's black and I've been wearing it for a week straight. Do I need to change that mask out? Do I need to get another one? Should I not wear the same mask outside that I wear inside? How important is changing your face covering?
So I think, wearing a cloth covering or a face covering that's made of cloth should be washed every few days. But it should definitely be washed if it's visibly soiled, because we don't want to cause other issues by, having people wear soiled linens over their face. And so, and they can wash it easily. They can throw it in the washer like they're washing a shirt or some of their other clothes, and then they can either let it air dry or dry it in the dryer.
Dr. Echols, can you please give us a confirmed number of cases in the city of St. Louis as of today?
So right now, today, the city of St. Louis is reporting that we have 4,570 confirmed cases in the city of St. Louis and 171 COVID-19 associated deaths. One important thing to mention about the number of confirmed cases that we're seeing. So right now, early on in our response, the majority of cases were individuals over the age of 60. But now the majority of individuals that are testing positive are less than 40 years of age. Between June 28th and July 27th, over 30% of the new cases were of individuals that are aged less than 40 years. And so it's really important for the younger people to understand the importance of protecting themselves from COVID-19. When you go into restaurants, you go into bars, or if you go into nightclubs or other places where people gather, it's important that you wear a face covering and that you distance yourself from individuals who aren't in your group or in your household.
So if someone thinks they came in contact with somebody that does have COVID-19, where can they go get tested?
So the federally qualified health centers are still providing COVID-19 testing. Some of them are doing testing in the community at different locations. So if you go to the city's website, which is stlouis-mo.gov, you can get a list of all the federally qualified health centers and their locations, as well as their contact number, so you can call them to set up an appointment or to go to one of the outreach testing events.
If you're just now tuning in, I have Dr. Echols, the Director of Health of the St. Louis City Health Department on the line. Dr. Echols, what should people do to reduce the risk of becoming infected with COVID-19?
Well, one, they can wear a face covering, especially when they're out in public and especially when they're in places where they may find it difficult to physically distance themselves at least 6 feet from others, particularly others that are in their household. Wash their hands regularly with soap and water. That does a world of good. In addition to that, again, physically distancing themselves from others. And then most importantly, one issue that we have in minority communities is people just have to go to work, and sometimes they'll go to work if they're ill. So we're asking individuals to stay home if they're ill, and we're also continuing to ask businesses to be flexible in their policies, especially if individuals are presenting with some signs and symptoms associated with COVID-19. We really don't want them to infect the rest of your workforce. And so take this time to revisit your HR policy. If you're able to be more flexible, do that to save your workforce.
Dr. Echols, if someone is in need of resources in the city of St. Louis, like childcare or anything, do you have that information for them?
So for individuals seeking child care, so we're actually going to be working with the St. Louis Mental Health Board for early child care. So, but if you have questions about resources that are available in the city of St. Louis, anything from rental assistance, utility assistance, child care assistance, you can call our hotline, which is open from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. daily. That number is 314-657-1499. Again, 314-657-1499. We're also asking individuals, if you're out in the community and you're seeing businesses or individuals that are not complying with the face covering requirement, social distancing requirement, use the platforms that we have created to report to those businesses and individuals. And you can use the Citizen Service Bureau platform. That number is 314-622-4800. So 314-622-4800. We will really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Echols. And where can they go to get updated, correct information about COVID-19 in the city of St. Louis?
For correct information, as you pointed out, they can go to the city's website, which is stlouis, that's stlouis-mo.gov.
Thank you so much, Dr. Echols. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
And if you're just now tuning in, make sure you keep your radios locked right here. It's a Hot 104.1. The interview that I just did with Dr. Echols is live on our website right now at hot1041stl.com. Keep your radios locked. It's Princess Storm with Ladies Night Radio, and we just getting started.